Bob Quinn became the Detroit Lions general manager back in 2016, and he has made some fantastic picks, some players that I wasn't even expecting to be good, getting him in later rounds, finding some diamonds in the rough, but he's also made some picks that were like, my boy, what are you doing? No, but seriously, he's missed on a few picks, and maybe they were early, maybe they were late, but a lot of these guys are no longer with the Lions, and we just kind of scratch our heads when we look at it and say, why would you even do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. No, but seriously, he's made some bad picks. But don't get me wrong, he's made some good picks. But in this video, we're not focused on those. In this video, we're looking at Bob Quinn's top 5 worst picks with the Detroit Lions. Thank you guys for all stopping in. Let's get the list started. Okay, so we are doing another top 5 list today, and like I said before, I want you guys to be involved in these top 5 lists. So I want you guys to go to not subscribe, but go follow my Instagram, DoseOfDion 2.0. I'm not doing that because I care about the number. I'm just doing it that way, you guys. It's easier for me to interact with you. As you know, a lot of you guys DM me already, so that's pretty cool. But I want to put posts over there where you guys can comment and list your top 5, and then we can vote on those and we can put them into a video. I think that'd be really cool. So in this video, this one's going to be a little bit different. And no, this is not supposed to be like a whole negative thing because I think there is tons of good draft picks. I mean, I was comparing some things with Bob Quinn to other GMs, and Bob Quinn has made a lot of good draft picks. So I'm not hating on Bob Quinn at this point. But what I am doing is looking at his 5 worst draft picks as our GM. Now, you may be thinking, okay, well, are you going to do 2019? And you are right, I'm not going to do 2019. Why? Because I just don't think it's fair enough to do 1 year. I don't know. I don't think that's fair. So we have 3 years here to look at, 16, 17, and 18, and I'm picking out the 5 worst. And yes, there has been some very bad ones, but the one that's starting off the list, coming in number 5, yeah, this one's hard. All of the other ones are really good, so don't leave before this one is told, okay? The next 4, very good. They're pretty easy. I just had to kind of move them around. But this one, I had no idea who to put at number 5. I went with Jarrad Davis. But this could easily be changed. Jarrad Davis, really the big reason that he is on here is because he was a first rounder. And usually you want your first round to have a big impact. And yes, don't get me wrong, he has had a pretty nice impact. 100 tackles in a season. He's been our starter. But maybe he hasn't lived up to the first round pick. You know, what you would expect out of a first round pick. However, he is playing, and that's better than really everybody else on this list. Now, there are some other options here, so don't just think I'm going with that one. That's why I'm putting other options here. I need you guys to tell me in the comments who you would put here. I could not decide to put here. I have guys like Jalen Reeves-Maybin, Brad Kaya, Jake Rudock, those type of guys that maybe could be here. I don't know. You guys need to comment below. But now let's get into the next, 4. So maybe this is the top 4 list. Anyway, just get to the next 4. These are really good. I don't think these need to be moved around that much. Let's get it started. Coming in number 4, I have Michael Roberts, our tight end that we drafted. Okay, if you guys can remember Michael Roberts, he actually was here pretty recently. Michael Roberts was one of our tight ends before we kind of made that whole tight end switch from what we had, and then we went to completely new. Like right now, we got Jesse James, TJ Hockenson, Isaac Nauta, Logan Thomas. We completely switched up what we had to now, okay? Our whole tight end group completely changed, and basically a whole offseason. This was a man that was drafted out of Toledo, and I think there was a little bit of high hopes. He showed glimpses every small once in a while that he could play, but overall, it just wasn't to be. In 2018, only 9 receptions for 100 yards in 2 starts. That's it. And then in 2018-19, like I said, the offseason, he was waived. So there wasn't much there for Michael Roberts. He also was a 4th-round pick, which isn't super high, but when you look at maybe some of the other picks that he has made, like Deshaun Hand, who I would say is a lot better, even with the injuries, I would say I'd take Deshaun Hand's pick all day long. Miles Killebrew, who still serves an impact, Jalen Reeves-Maybin. Yes, they're not the biggest names on our team, but they're still here. So I got to give him something for that. Meanwhile, Michael Roberts isn't, and he comes in at number 4, okay? Let's get to number 3. Let's hop into the top 3, and this is Antoine Williams. I'm pretty sure that's how you say this man's name. I wouldn't really know, though, because he never played with us, right? Antoine Williams was a 5th-round pick, and Antoine Williams I think a lot of people can forget that he was with the Detroit Lions, and it's easy to forget that we even drafted this guy. Antoine Williams is now in the XFL. He's played with basically 5 teams, and I'm not talking play like he's been on there and then he's been waived. Hasn't really stuck with any team. Didn't stick with the Lions. Now he's in the XFL. Because I was looking and I was like, who the heck are the DC Defenders? Oh, that's the XFL. So he is in the XFL, so that's cool. So he's still doing his thing. But the man out of Georgia Southern, just never was able to find his way with the Detroit Lions. And unfortunately, Bob Quinn in his first draft for the Detroit Lions, he really missed the boat on this one. So he comes in number 3. Now let's hop into number 2, and I think a lot of you guys are ready for this one. This is Jimmy Lands. Yeah. Who the heck is Jimmy Lands? Maybe some people are asking. Well, I know some of you guys know, some of you probably don't. Jimmy Lands is a long snapper. Yeah, we drafted a long snapper, and again, this was in Bob Quinn's first draft. Look, it wasn't an awful first draft. He had some nice picks, but this was not a nice pick. This was pretty terrible. I'm not sure what the thought process was here. I don't know if it was thinking that our guy Muehlbach wasn't going to be our long snapper. I don't know. I don't know. But I do know that this was not the move. Okay, this was not the move. We got this man out of Baylor, so that's... Okay, we drafted him out of Baylor back in 2016, and in 2017 he was waived, and I haven't heard anything since with Jimmy Lands. The thing is, it's not so bad that, he didn't work out. It's more the fact that you drafted him, and it's like, okay, you usually don't draft long snappers. That's not something you think of. I can remember this draft. I remember watching this on TV, and I saw a long snapper, and I was like, oh, that's kind of weird, but I was like, oh, maybe that's a good idea. We're going to have a really good long snapper. We might have the best because no one else drafts him. And then it turns out he gets waived. So, yeah, Bob, I don't know. It's okay. I'm not even that mad. It's okay. At least it wasn't like a 3rd round pick. It's fine. Now let's hop into number 1, the one you've all been waiting for. That is my man, Teez Tabor. Now, this one hurts me to say this because Teez Tabor was a dude I had such high hopes for. And this offseason, I was hoping he'd make the squad. I thought he had a chance. He was playing pretty well during, not free agency, but during the offseason, he was playing pretty well in training camp. He was just never able to get it going, unfortunately. He worked out with Chad Ochocinco. He was trying, but it just didn't work, and that hurts me because I was really rooting for Teez Tabor, the man out of Florida who was drafted in the 2nd round. Drafted the 2nd round back in 2017. Now, 2017 wasn't a beautiful draft. As you can see, Jared Davis came in at 5, or whoever else you want to put in there, and then they drafted Teez Tabor 2nd round. That wasn't a very good. They were both in Florida, so maybe we should stop drafting players from Florida. But Teez Tabor, oh, man. Yeah, he didn't ever get it going. He was waived. Now he's with the Niners. I don't think he plays at all, though. This is just unfortunate. This one's unfortunate. You guys know I was rooting for him if you guys were with me during the offseason. So that is my list of the top 5 worst players that Bob Quinn has drafted. Number 5 is a really tough one. You guys can move that around however you think. Again, this isn't supposed to be me hating on Bob Quinn because I also want to do a video if you guys want to see it, my top 5 favorite picks or the best picks that Bob Quinn has made. He's made some really good ones. So don't think it's just me bashing on him because I will make a top 5 best picks because he has hit on a lot of picks that I really wasn't expecting. So there's your list. Your thoughts, comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.